Hey SJAers, this is a video to entice you on the trip coming up for the trip week called Literary Appreciation in London. So we're going to go, if you decide to go on this trip, to visit jolly old England and stay mostly in London to explore the setting of many canonized works of literature. So the tentative itinerary, some things might be moved around as things actually get, finalized in their scheduling, but the first day, that you wake up fresh, and we would do a walking tour to the British Museum, go to the Fondling Museum, the Sherlock Holmes Museum. I know it sounds like a lot of museums, but they're pretty quick to get through, so don't worry. And then we'll cross the Thames and spend an evening at the Globe Theatre. I'll give you some choices about what play we're going to go watch, but obviously it'll be a Shakespearean play, so that choice will come up later. And then day 2, again, we'll be staying in London. Every day we'll have some sort of independent reading time. So on day 2, perhaps we'll stay in the park, maybe go to Hyde Park, lay out some blankets, and then just read for a bit, enjoy the sunshine. We'll have lunch at the Lamb, ride the London Eye, which is very famous there on the Thames in front of the big old clock there. What's it called? What's it called? Big Ben. Big Ben. And then finally, for the other half of the day, go up to the Harry Potter Museum, which is quite a bit north of London, so it'll take us a little bit to get up there. So half a day for the Harry Potter Museum. And on day 3 and day 4, we'll have to take a train down to Bath. And Bath is where most of the Jane Austen books take place. And so there's a lovely place that we can go take a walking tour with a Jane Austen expert, and then also have afternoon tea there at the Regency Hotel. And they have a lovely gift shop and, lots of fun Jane Austen-esque things that we can do. And perhaps just have a special reading time for some of her works there as well. We'll travel back up to London on day 4, and then day 5. In the morning, I've left some wiggle room for us to kind of do our own exploration of what we would like to do. But that evening is our final night, and it's more of our formal evening. So we'll have a ride on the River Thames, and then we'll go out for a formal dinner, during which you can demonstrate your skills with how to use proper fork and knife and eating etiquette, things that we'll prep you on before that. And in the evening, we'll watch a show, which again, we can vote on. But there's always great theater going on in London. Just taking a peek earlier, at like right now, the Phantom of the Opera is showing, Les Mis is showing, Hamilton, just so many really famous pieces that are all around the world going on in the major cities. And London, again, being one of those art hubs of the world, is showing just a variety of pieces all year, variety of plays all year long. So perhaps as we get closer to the day, we can vote on it and decide which show we'd like to go to. So that's the majority of our trip. The beginning of the trip and the end of the trip will be allocated to flight times, because it is a rather long flight and you'll have to kind of deal with a little bit of jet lag on either end. So we're only spending 5 days within the actual UK. But just kind of bear that in mind as we're planning for the trip. Also, because this is a trip about having literary appreciation, there should be some exposure to British literature, of course. So in the buildup of preparing to go, we'll be reading 5 British novels and recording 30 hours of independent reading time in order to prepare for the trip. So it's required of every member that they attend or perhaps record themselves reading on their own. So I will create a space in my classroom in which students can come in and do independent reading time during ASA time. And every ASA time that you use towards independent reading, just silent, sustained reading in my class, then we will just sign you off to have those total of 30 hours. So if you are not a reader, use this as an opportunity to become one, or if you are already an avid reader, then perhaps this is a great time for you to kind of brush up on what are some great British novels that have from the works of canonized literature that you have not yet been exposed to, and then you can just schedule in that time once a week to really delve in, dive deep. So I'll give you a list if you sign up for it of British novels and British works that you can. It doesn't have to be a novel. It can be a novella. It can be a play. It can be a collection of poetry. Lots of things. So just to kind of have that literary appreciation before we go, so that the trip itself is an affirmation of our appreciation. Okay, so hopefully this trip appeals to you and you're excited about it, and we hope to take a collection of SJA book nerds with us and foster our love for the written word. Okay, hope you're interested. See you soon.